what is the situation you're in now comparatively? Like, where were you at financially? And then up until this point, where are you at from a monetary standpoint?
I have a staff, so back then, all I cared about was that they were getting paid. I'll starve, my wife works, like we'll make it work. I've been poor my whole life, so I'm like, I'm cool. Well, not poor my whole life, but I've been through that before.
Yeah.
My staff has to get paid. Like that's all I cared about. I mean, I have a staff member who's married and has a kid. So I'm like that was my only priority. And I always paid them, but there was literally 36 cents left in the account at the end of each month.
And where are you at now?
We've been following the plan that AJ implemented and restoring confidence in what we provide. We're doing a lot. I don't know how specific you want me to get.
I want you to get specific.
You want me to get specific?
Yeah, what are the numbers?
So we're making $50,000 a month right now, and we profit $30,000.
Awesome. Compared to where were you at before?
I was less than breaking even. I was in the negatives.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Brian, tell us your name, what do you do, and what's your business?
My name is Brian Schmidt. I'm the owner of Alpha Athletics, which is a baseball, softball training facility where we train both baseball and softball players. We also have travel teams and strength and conditioning programs. We kind of do it all.
Awesome, man. Kind of everything in one house.
Yes.
Yeah. What was your situation before taking the jump with Coaches Connect?
So I owned and operated, it's called 3 Gear Hitting, which was a smaller business. We were in a smaller facility. We're talking about the before I came here, right?
Before you joined Coaches Connect.
So I was a professional baseball player, I was a police officer, and then I tried to be a businessman, and I ran this company. I was just teaching hitting lessons in a very small place, and I didn't understand the nuances of business, how to gain clients, how to retain people. I didn't really understand. I thought I would just figure it out as I go along. I was open for about 4 years, grinding, first 2 years I didn't make any money. And before I got a hold of AJ, I was about ready to shut down. I was losing so much money, I was about ready to close the doors.
Yeah. Mentally, where were you at?
Not in a good place. I don't know. I was just kind of, I don't know. I couldn't focus really on anything. I was more of like panic mode every single day and freaking out because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out of this. So I was always lost, chasing my own tail.
What made you take the leap to investing in yourself and joining Coaches Connect?
So I've been following AJ for a while. I've known AJ before Coaches Connect through social media. I started following his content, and the way AJ talked, he talked a lot like I did. There's no fluff. It's just direct. And he'll call, like the way he calls things out, he's not worried about your feelings. He's worried about getting results. So I hit him up because I was lost, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I'm kind of fishing for something free some information for free because I was like, I'm drowning, I have no money. And then he told me about this program that he has, this mentorship program. I didn't tell him my financial situation, but deep down in my gut, I knew this is somebody that I had to follow.
Yeah.
So the way I kind of operate is I'll find the money. I don't have it right now, but I'm gonna find it, right? So the first down payment, I think, was like $10,000 or something. So I'm like, I'm putting it on my credit card. I don't care.
Yeah. And that was enough pain for you to take action and get the deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Once that transaction happened, I knew, okay, the mindset of fear went away. Panic went away. It was like, okay, now I have somebody who's going to give me guidelines to succeed. Now I have to learn how to implement these guidelines into my business, and I'm going to succeed. So pain.
With that too, what was your first impressions once you were in the program?
Oh, he let me know how bad I am. How, not personally, but how the business was run. It wasn't run properly. And the one thing he said was I was devaluing what I was doing. And I'm like, I thought you're supposed to lower the price and attract more people. He's like, no, man, the service you're giving is top notch. So when he said, I need to do the opposite and actually increase my prices to match the value, that it might weed out some people, but people also understand like, oh, okay, there's this guy's giving a service that nobody else can match. This is where I need to be.
How was the quality once you got in there? Like, was it as great as you thought it was going to be?
It was better. It was better than I thought we could do as a team there. And but the crazy part about this is when I developed this, sat down with the team and said, this is what we're going to do. And they were just like looking at me like, holy crap, are you serious? I sold out every class in under 2 weeks.
Amazing. From taking up your prices, increasing that, and it blew up. What is the situation you're in now comparatively? Like, where were you at financially? And then up until this point, where are you at from a monetary standpoint?
I have a staff, so back then, all I cared about was that they were getting paid. I'll starve, my wife works, like we'll make it work. I've been poor my whole life, so I'm like, I'm cool. Well, not poor my whole life, but I've been through that before.
Yeah.
My staff has to get paid. Like that's all I cared about. I mean, I have a staff member who's married and has a kid. So I'm like that was my only priority. And I always paid them, but there was literally 36 cents left in the account at the end of each month.
And where are you at now?
We've been following the plan that AJ implemented and restoring confidence in what we provide. We're doing a lot. I don't know how specific you want me to get.
I want you to get specific.
You want me to get specific?
Yeah, what are the numbers?
So we're making $50,000 a month right now, and we profit $30,000.
Awesome. Compared to where were you at before?
I was less than breaking even. I was in the negatives.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And internally, what's your situation now? Like, how do you feel comparatively to before you started Coaches Connect?
When I was in my old business and in my rut, I was really scrambling day to day, worrying about how to survive the day. Now, with the way that learning how to build systems, learning how I do have an infrastructure problem, which AJ pointed out over this retreat. And once I clear that up, now I'm focusing on future. Like I've never focused on, 6 months, 10 months, a year from now. All I focused on was the day to day, minute to minute. How am I gonna? Everybody that quit, I would freak out. Now if somebody leaves, 1 leaves, 3 shows up. So
amazing.
Yeah.
And if somebody was on the fence and they're watching this, what would you tell them to take the leap?
It's scary. I mean, you're sacrificing, your money, whether you have it or you don't. You're sacrificing that money and putting your faith into somebody that, you don't truly know. I mean, I didn't really truly know AJ, but deep in my heart, I felt like this is somebody who I can trust and is a leader and has been through my pain. And so if somebody's on the fence, there's a reason why this is being offered to them. There's a reason why they're thinking about it, because their business isn't going in the direction they want it to go. And the only way to move the needle and change the direction of your business is to get AJ on your team, 100%. Something like this retreat, I get to meet a bunch of guys who are in the same boat as me, and we're all going in the same direction, led by somebody who's been there and has an amazing business, and we get to learn a lot more about AJ and his personal life. And the thing about him, and really opened my eyes with this retreat, was I got to know him a little bit personally. Like he got to share some personal information with us to help our personal lives grow as businessmen and entrepreneurs. If you're on the fence, you have to have somebody leading you. If you have questions of where do I go, what should I do, what angle should I go, should I charge this, you pay the money, get AJ on your team, and the guy has always answered my questions. Like he's always available to us.
Amazing. We just had our first Coaches Connect retreat. What was your biggest takeaway? What hit you the hardest?
I thought I was the only one who struggled with building systems or building a business or trying to get leads or not really understanding the nuances of business. And meeting these guys, it made me feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, okay, so now my mindset wasn't like, oh, I can't run a business. It's more positive of like, okay, there's a group of us that share these same things. And it was really cool because at lunchtime, we're not sitting there talking about, you know, the Giants game or the Diamondbacks game, since we're in Arizona. We were talking about business. What are you doing? Oh, how do you do that? I mean, it was really great. We all got exposed in there, and there was nothing negative. Like AJ was telling us individually what we were doing wrong and how to correct it, and everybody out here was supporting it. Like, hey, yeah, I'll help you with this, or I don't understand this, and they would clarify it. I mean, it was the right. It was like, I'm so glad I came. Like taking 2 days off of work and away from the family, and I'm like, hey, I got to go to Arizona, babe. She's like, who was it for? I'm like, it's AJ's putting a treat. Oh, you're going. Like, you're absolutely going. My wife now, because of him, because of what AJ's done for us and done for the business, you got to go. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This retreat though it helped me 100% in knowing like, okay, I'm not the only one. And then when I ask questions on the group thing, I'm not sounding, I didn't want to sound stupid. I mean, you know, my scares, you know, talking in public and all that.
What's the biggest thing you're going to implement leaving this retreat?
Well, the first thing is I got to hire. AJ said I got to get off the floor. That was specific to my need. So I went home last night after day one and paid the money and got on Indeed, and you know, my wife calls me in the morning. She's like, "Do you see how many people have applied for the job?" And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And it's like, crap. Like sometimes you got to spend the money to get the result, right? And that's not just with Indeed and all that. It's with AJ too. Sometimes you got to spend the money to get that. Invest. Yeah. That's the right word. You got to invest that money, and then you get your result.
Amazing. Awesome, Brian. Great having you.